If you can't already tell, I'm kind of procrastinating actually doing anything useful today. That's why there's been a fair few uploads. That and the fact that I actually have ideas for stuff I want to say, and I'd rather them not be floating around in my head. I'd rather them actually be done with. So I thought I'd finish my ramble on what I was going to say about music games. Like music games, I didn't really get them when they first came out. I mean, one of the first ones it must have been Parappa the Rapper. I still absolutely suck at that game. I mean, I bought it on the PSP because I thought it was like $4.99, and I have very few PSP games because, well, to be perfectly honest, I only bought it for the Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII thing, which I played the hell out of, and I will be playing the hell out of the Persona game when I finally get my hands on it. Fortunately, it's very hard to import PSP games, so I have to find a way around that somehow. But yeah, so Parappa the Rapper was my first one. I still am horrible at that game, and I didn't get the sequel. I think it was called like Lammy or something like that. And there was another really quirky music game on the PS1 that I kind of want to get hold of, but I've heard is pretty near impossible. I wish I could remember the name, but I can't, so that was very pointless to mention. Um, but yes, I have numerous acoustic instruments. I have, let's see, from the top of my head, I have two sets of bongos for the GameCube because I picked up two sets of Donkey Kong. I might even own three sets because I'm sure there should be somewhere back on my parents' original set, because after buying second-hand copies of 1 and 2 I found out I actually already had 1, but I only had it for whatever reason, so the bongos seem to have gone missing. I also have a third-party set of maracas for Sam D'Amigo on the Dreamcast, and I was trying to track down Samba 2000, but I ended up just getting the Wii version because that is pretty much the same thing. I don't think it controls quite as well with especially because it's the nunchuck. I mean, I know you can use two Wiimotes rather than like the nunchuck and the Wiimote, but it's still not quite the same as holding those actual really ridiculous maraca controllers in your hand, especially because if my memory serves, because it's been maybe 5 years since I actually played the game and actually used the controllers. They do actually shake like real maracas. Let's see, what other instruments do I have? There's two bongos, maracas. I've got a guitar for the PS1. I've got the Guitar Hero 2 guitar for the 360 because that's what I ended up buying Guitar Hero 2 on, because I figured, well, I better move to the next generation. And then I got the Rock Band full kit when it first came out, so that's another guitar, drum kit, and microphone, and let's see, I think that's it. So I have two guitars, drum kit, microphone, two bongos, and maracas, which, considering I lived in a tiny, tinny studio apartment, is interesting to try and fit all in, and in some ways very pointless, but they do make very fun games. I mean, I still maintain the Donkey Kong games are very fun, and I would like to get hold of Donkey Konga 3, which was released in Japan, because some of the Japanese music games, even if I don't always appreciate the music, they are still equally fun, because it is just, especially with the ones with the stupid plastic instruments, uh, half of the fun is just making a complete prat out of yourself in front of your friends. Some of the other music games that I've really liked over the years have been on the DS. I mean, I heard a lot about the, I believe it's pronounced Wandan games. That's probably pronounced wrong, but the Japanese predecessor to Elite Beat Agents, and I do actually own that and its sequel, and Elite Beat Agents as well. I mean, obviously, because I recognise the music, I've spent most of out of the three of them, I've spent a lot more time on Elite Beat Agents. I mean, I completed it on normal, and then I attempted to do anything higher than that, and well, let's just say my hand-eye, I'm just not that fast. But I've played that, and it's two Japanese compatriots. I don't know what the word is to use there, but basically they are the same game. And I've heard there's like a Disney type version of it. I'm meaning to try, but I have it in a. I've got it listed in a magazine, and I've heard about it on a podcast, but I can't for the life of me remember the title right now. So I haven't managed to find that at an appropriate price because I don't know what the name game is called for a start. So, but I will eventually get around to playing that, and yeah, there's just something about music games. I've never been a music person. Like I said in the Beatles video, that I own nothing else Beatles, and my CD collection, especially if you discount the video game soundtracks and the free CDs I've picked up over the years, it's probably not even in double figures like the ones I've actually paid for that are genuine, proper music CDs, like actual albums people would recognise. Then no, because I mean half of them I got like a free Zelda CD with a Nintendo magazine. I say free, but the only reason I bought the magazine was for the disc, so not really free. And for some reason I still have a Pokemon World CD that I picked up at an event when I was like 12 years old, possibly 14. Uh, it might even still be in shrink wrap because people were handing them out everywhere. I think I ended up with like 8 of them. And there's like a dot hack soundtrack, even though it turned out I really couldn't stand those games. I still haven't ventured into the world of online gaming. Well, not properly. I mean, I quite enjoy some of the online games on this little thing, the iPod Touch, but I don't want to shell out for Xbox Live Gold, and well, I don't buy I don't buy online games anyway. But that's another rant for another time. Probably quite soon after this one's been uploaded. But yeah, just I don't know what it is about them. I mean, I've also going back to the previous generation with PlayStation 2 before they made Guitar Hero, like Harmonic Seed Frequency and Amplitude, and I own both of them. And again, they're not entirely my music, but I could understand the game, and you can definitely see, especially now it's been pretty much resurrected with the PSP version of Rock Band, which I also definitely recommend. Um, it's that kind of thing, switching between tracks and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, considering I would never say I like music, that I was a music person in any way, shape, or form. I have spent an ungodly amount of money on these kind of games. I mean, I bought the first Guitar Hero like when it first came out because I was so excited, and that is very on me because, as you can see from my voice and any videos you have seen of me before, I don't get excited. But yeah, so that's just some of the thoughts and ramblings I had on music videos while I was thinking what to say for like a review of Rock Band Beatles. So yes, that's another one of me done.